Stop scrubbing your cabinets with dish soap. You are making them sticky and you are stripping the finish. I'm a third-generation janitor. My grandfather cleaned banks. My father cleaned hospitals. I've cleaned thousands of kitchens, and I can tell you right now, 90% of the cleaning hacks you see online are destroying your wood. They leave a residue that attracts more grease, or they dry out the wood until it cracks. Today, I am going to show you the exact method we use in professional commercial cleaning. No vinegar, no baking soda paste, no expensive specialty products. Just 3 things you likely have under your sink, used in the right order with the right technique. If your cabinets feel tacky to the touch, or if they look dull no matter how much you wipe them, this video is the fix. Stay with me. By the end of this 10 minutes, you will know how to restore that factory fresh look without ruining the sealant. Let's talk about why your cabinets look terrible right now. You walk into your kitchen, the light hits the upper cabinets near the stove. It looks cloudy. There's a yellowish film. You run your finger along the bottom edge of the door and it feels gritty. Or worse, it feels sticky, like tape residue. You try to fix it. You grab a spray bottle of all-purpose cleaner, you spray it on, you wipe it with a paper towel. It looks better for about 10 minutes. Then, as it dries, the streaks come back, the cloudiness returns. Why? Because most all-purpose cleaners contain surfactants, soaps, that are designed to lift dirt. But if you don't rinse them off completely, those soaps stay on the surface. They act like a magnet for airborne grease and dust. Then you try the internet advice. You mix vinegar and water. Vinegar is acidic. It cuts grease, yes. But on wood finishes, especially older varnishes or modern polyurethanes, acid can micro-etch the surface over time. It makes the finish dull. It doesn't shine, it mattes. Or you try oil-based polishes, those feed the wood products. Here is the truth. Your cabinets are sealed. The wood underneath is not breathing. Putting oil on top of a plastic-like sealant just creates a sludge. It traps dirt, it turns gray, and eventually it goes rancid. That smell you sometimes get in older kitchens, that's often old oxidized cleaning oils sitting on top of cabinet doors. So you're stuck. You clean, it gets worse. You stop cleaning, it gets grosser. This is the cycle, and it stops today. To clean cabinets properly, you have to understand what you are actually cleaning. You are not cleaning wood, you are cleaning a finish. Most kitchen cabinets are made of particle board, MDF, or solid wood, but they're covered in a layer of protection. This could be lacquer, varnish, polyurethane, or a thermofoil wrap. This finish is what keeps moisture out of the wood. When you clean, your goal is to remove the contaminants sitting on top of that finish without damaging the finish. The contaminants are usually 2 things. Polymerized grease. This is cooking oil that has hit the air, oxidized, and turned into a hard, sticky, varnish-like substance. It bonds tightly to the cabinet surface. Water alone won't move it. Soap alone often just smears it. Silicone and wax buildup. This comes from furniture polishes, floor waxes that drifted up, or cheap cleaning sprays. Silicone is slippery. It repels water. It makes it impossible for anything else to stick to the surface, including a clean finish. It creates that cloudy look because it scatters light unevenly. Standard household cleaners fail because they are too weak for polymerized grease, or they leave behind their own residue. We need a solvent that breaks the bond of the grease, a mechanical action that lifts it, and a final step that removes any trace of the cleaner itself. As a janitor, I don't have time for guesswork. I need results that last. If I clean a bank lobby, I can't have fingerprints showing up an hour later. The same logic applies to your kitchen. We need to strip the buildup, not just move it around. Before we touch a single cabinet door, we need to set up. Most people fail here because they rush. They start wiping before they're ready. First, empty the area. You don't need to empty every cabinet in the kitchen, that's insane. But you need to clear the countertops below the cabinets you're working on. You need space to lay down towels. You need space to put down hardware if you remove it. Second, gather your tools. Do not use paper towels. Paper towels shred. They leave lint. They absorb the cleaner too fast, so you end up using 3 times as much product. Instead, use microfiber cloths. Specifically, you want 2 types. A standard waffle weave or flat microfiber for applying the solution, a high peel plush microfiber for buffing and drying. You also need a soft bristled brush. An old toothbrush works, but a dedicated detailing brush is better. You need this for the corners, the crevices around the handles, and the detailed molding if you have raised panel doors. Third, your cleaning solution. We are going to make a degreaser that's strong enough to cut through years of cooking film, but safe for finished wood. Here's the recipe. 1 cup of warm water. Warmth helps break down grease. 1 tablespoon of dish soap. Use a basic Blue Dawn style soap. It's a proven degreaser. Do not use gentle hand soaps or moisturizing dish soaps. You want pure surfactant. 1/2 cup of white vinegar. Yes, I said earlier vinegar can be risky if used straight, but diluted like this, it helps cut the soap residue and balances the pH. Optional, if the grease is extremely heavy, like you haven't cleaned in 5 years, add 1 tablespoon of rubbing alcohol, isopropyl. This acts as a solvent to break the polymerized oil bonds faster. Mix this in a spray bottle. Shake it gently. Do not shake it hard or you'll have a bottle full of soaps. You want the liquid, not the foam. Now, the technique. This is where the magic happens. Most people spray the cabinet and wipe. That's wrong. Step 1, dry dust. Take a dry microfiber cloth and wipe down the cabinet doors. Remove loose dust, crumbs, and spider webs. If you skip this, you are just making mud when you add the liquid. Get the loose stuff off first. Step 2, the dwell time. Spray your solution onto your microfiber cloth, not directly onto the cabinet. Why? Because spraying directly can cause overspray to get into the hinges, the wood joints, or the edges where the finish might be weak. Moisture is the enemy of wood cabinets. It causes swelling. By spraying the cloth, you control the amount of liquid. Wipe the cabinet door. Start from the bottom and work up? No. Start from the top and work down. Gravity is your friend. Any drips will fall onto areas you haven't cleaned yet, which you will then wipe up. Here is the key. Let it sit. Do not wipe it off immediately. Let the solution dwell on the surface for 30 to 60 seconds. This gives the soap and vinegar time to emulsify the grease. You will see the grease starting to lift. It might look like it's running slightly. That's good. Step 3, agitation. For flat panels, use your microfiber cloth. Wipe in the direction of the wood grain. Even if it's painted, there is usually a grain texture. Wiping with the grain prevents streaks. Use firm pressure. You are not polishing, you are scrubbing lightly. For detailed areas, use your soft brush. Dip the brush in the solution, shake off the excess, and gently agitate the corners. Get into the groove where the door meets the frame. This is where the black gunk lives. Brush it out. Step 4, the rinse wipe. This is the step everyone skips. This is why your cabinets stay sticky. Take a second microfiber cloth. Wet it with plain warm water. Wring it out until it's damp, not dripping. Wipe the cabinet door again. You are removing the soap residue. If you leave the soap, it attracts dirt. Rinse the cloth frequently. You might need to do this twice if the cabinets were very dirty. Step 5. The dry buff. Take your dry, plush microfiber cloth and buff the door dry. Again, follow the grain. This removes any remaining moisture and brings up the shine. It also checks your work. If you see streaks, it means you didn't rinse enough or you didn't dry thoroughly. Go back and fix it. While you're doing this, look at your handles and knobs. These are grease magnets. Hands touch them constantly. Oil from your skin builds up there. If they're metal, you can use the same solution. But for stubborn grime, make a paste of baking soda and water. Apply it to the handle with your toothbrush. Scrub gently. Baking soda is a mild abrasive. It will polish the metal without scratching it. Rinse well. Dry immediately. Water spots on brass or nickel look terrible. If your hardware is really bad, if it's caked with black gunk, take it off, unscrew it, soak it in a bowl of hot water and dish soap for 15 minutes. The grime will slide right off. While the hardware is off, clean the screw holes and the back of the door plate. This is a detail that separates an amateur clean from a pro clean. Also, check the tops of the cabinets. If you have space between the cabinet top and the ceiling, it's a grease trap. Use an extendable duster with a microfiber head, or wrap a microfiber cloth around the mop head. Spray the cloth, not the ceiling. Wipe it down. You'll be shocked at what comes off. You've done the hard work. Now, how do you keep them clean? Stop using silicone-based polishes. Never use Pledge or similar aerosol sprays on kitchen cabinets. They build up. For weekly maintenance, just use a damp microfiber cloth with water. If there's a fresh splatter from cooking, wipe it immediately. Fresh grease is easy to remove. Polymerized grease is hard. Don't let it sit. Once a month, do a quick wipe down with your diluted soap solution. No need for the full deep clean every time. Just keep the film from building up. If you have matte finished cabinets, be careful. Matte finishes show streaks more easily. Always dry buff them thoroughly. If you see streaks, it's usually because the cloth was too wet. Use less water. If you have high gloss lacquer cabinets, avoid abrasives entirely. No baking soda, just the soap solution and a very soft cloth. Micro scratches show up instantly on gloss. Look, cleaning cabinets isn't about buying the right product. It's about using the right method. Strip the grease, rinse the soap, dry the surface. It's simple, but it requires discipline. Most people are lazy with the rinse step. Don't be lazy. Your cabinets will thank you. If this video saved you from buying a new set of cabinets, hit that subscribe button. I'm Kitchen Shine Master, and I teach you how to clean like a pro, not like a marketer. I want to hear from you. What is the hardest thing to clean in your kitchen? Is it the stove grates, the fridge seals, the microwave interior? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and I pick my next video ideas based on what you are struggling with. If you want to know how to clean your gas stove burners so they look brand new, click this video right here. I break down the soaking method that removes burnt-on food without scratching the enamel. It's the perfect next step after your cabinets. Thanks for watching. Keep it clean.